Hi, friends. My name's host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People. And tonight I asked the important question, do you have zest? Are you zesty? So zestiness is the new ambivalence. It used to be that to be cool you had to be kind of ambivalent, kind of what's the word? Too cool for school. But nowadays, what you need instead is 16 cc's of zestiness. Hi, grass eater. So, I've had a long day of sleeping. Mostly slept today. And I slept pretty long last night too. I feel pretty well unawake. You're waiting on a render? I know what that means. Waiting on a render is a great expression.
I never heard it before.
I haven't heard anybody say that either before, but I know exactly what he means. Waiting on a render is a good name for an album. It's just a great expression in general. Anybody who makes videos knows what that means for sure. If you got a long video, and you do it full HD, it can take forever to render. Sounds like Gen X's planning on going to the bathroom tonight. He's got some poop in him.
Oh, that's what it is.
He's got one of the most. No, it's not really.
Constipation.
It is. Yeah, you've got a big poop in your butt, huh, Genzennial? That's your name, Genzennial, not Gen Xennial. Although it should be Gen Xennial because you're half Gen X and half millennial.
What year was he born?
Well, I actually don't know if that's the case. I'm assuming that's what his name means.
Yeah, me too.
So it should be Gen Xennial.
Am I cusp or am I like beginner millennial?
No, you're old millennial.
Yeah, I am. I'm the one who set the trends.
Hambone was hoping I'd go live, and he's declared my timing to have been impeccable.
You know what that is? Law of attraction.
The law of attraction. Oh, did you manifest me? Hambone manifested me. I knew I was being drawn by magical powers this live stream. I said to myself, there's no way this is natural.
No, there's no way this is natural.
Waiting on a render. I'm not waiting on a lover. I'm not feeling very tender. I ain't waiting on Bill Drover. No, I'm just waiting on a render.
Bill Drover.
Well, it's especially an elephant that I know what you're talking about. But you're in the middle of too much shit, dude. You're in the middle of too much shit. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, you know, Hambone and us sevens know the most about magic.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Ham magic is all natural if you don't count the preservatives.
That's good. I won't.
Wait, so what do you render it as? Why do you render it as something other than the final product? What do you use? Yes, Cedric, magic.
Woo!
Like that. Oh, why don't you just render it into MP4? You can do that with Premiere Pro, can't you? It's a good app. It's a bulky ass app though. I mean, look, I appreciate the robustness of Premiere Pro, and I used it for a while myself. I just got tired of paying. I mean, Cedric Beachy asks, can you kill people with magic? Possibly, but it would be too high a cost for your soul.
A serious metaphysical question.
What's that?
Do you see me as more of an indigo child or a rainbow child? I have my own opinion, but I want to know what you think.
Can you tell me the difference again?
Indigo child they're very rebellious. Like, they go against the systems and they ignite the change. Rainbow children are just more like, they know all about that already, and they're less likely to do something about it.
I got distracted while you were talking. Sorry. Can you say it again?
Indigos are rebellious, and rainbow children are more of like, they come into the world with a knowing. So indigos ignite the change, and the rainbows are the ones who like kind of create it.
I don't see you as, I see your rebelliousness as sort of resolve against a world that doesn't satisfactorily value NI stuff. So I mean, I don't see you as naturally rebellious.
Yeah, I agree with you. I resonated more because I had a book called Your Indigo Child or whatever. An ENTP, Jen, she lent it to me, and I read it and I was like, I don't really feel like I'm that much of an indigo child.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because I'm rebellious?
I think you are. You go against the mainstream.
I'm pretty rebellious.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think it's a good thing to be really naturally rebellious. But it is what it is. I really want to take a moment what's in my head for a moment to make note that I think the Discord server is a very good idea. I'm very happy that David Sanderson made that happen. And when I got up from my nap, I came out here and Rachel was chatting on the voice server, voice talk server, or whatever it is called, and made me happy to know that was going on and people were having a good conversation. And I joined in and chatted for a while as well. Cedric Beachy says, "How can you kill with magic?" Well, I can't. I thought you meant one. If you're saying, is it conceivable that one might kill someone with magic? Yeah. But can I do it? No. I don't want to put any time and effort into learning how. What is the goal of killing with magic compared with doing it fiscally, doing it through conventional means? Well, I don't know. I'm not the one who's wanting to kill someone with magic. You're the one who seems to be interested in magic killing, so you tell me, what's the goal here? Why do you want to kill someone with magic? No, you just want to know if it's possible. Well, I don't know, maybe. I'm not one who's interested in learning how to kill people with magic, so I wouldn't know how to go about doing it.
What do you think about the magic of Christmas?
I think the magic of Christmas is the Yuletide spirit that fills my heart.
Me too.
It makes me want to sing some Christmas songs.
Oh, me three.
Such as "O Little Town of Bethlehem."
You know that one. I don't.
Oh, you don't know that one. Well,
it's okay.
"O Little Town of Bethlehem." I like it because of the this one particular chord change,
Yeah.
Okay, well, you didn't ask me if I had useful information on the subject. The answer is no. Maybe I should have mentioned that first. Oh, by the way, I have no useful information on this subject.
Salem Black, are you doing the shopping? Are we getting anything for Delilah?
Swift kick in the ass. That's what she wants. She told me. I want a swift kick in the ass for Christmas.
Well, I think that's what
I'm going on the list for letting you down, Cedric. I'm sorry.
Aww.
My bad. I'm sorry I let you down. So, what was I talking about a second ago that I wanted to continue talking about that I forgot about?
Delilah?
No.
Enneagram?
Enneagram, yeah. Oh, did I? Legends Fall? Shocking. Okay, I tell you what, let me get myself a cup of coffee. If you are playing the Rachel's Cough drinking or smoking game, that means it's time to take a drink or pull a bong rip.
I'd rather you take a bong rip, just personally.
Well, I would advise against the Rachel Cough drinking game. I think you're going to get too drunk.
Please,
but
I don't want my hands on that.
But I also don't presume to tell everybody what to do with their consumption. So,
me too.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'm not responsible for...
We both have a certain fear of alcohol, I think.
Yeah.
I know I certainly do.
I do not like it. It's period. Fuck, man. What the hell was I to say?
We're talking about 891, though. So I do want to talk about 891. In the Discord chat, Sean was saying, Sean's an 8, self-identified as an 8. And Rachel pointed out that he can be very pushbacky,
I think like the word brusque,
brusque.
Yeah, comes to mind.
But yeah, brusque is a good term, but also he's very ready to give pushback.
Yeah.
And so I think that maybe is the most defined quality of an 8.
Yeah.
You know? My dad also is very ready to give pushback.
Yes. Yes.
It was hilarious watching him bust that lady's chops in the video conference where she looked like she was impatient or not giving my dad her full attention. He said on like 2 different occasions, like, I'm here. I don't remember the exact thing, but I know when he says it to me, he said in the past things like, am I boring you? Or, do you have something to do? And it's like, I've learned to. The nice thing about my dad, though, is in that regard, you can learn to avoid triggering his bad sides. I'm pretty good about that at this point in my life. My daughter has not yet learned how to deal properly with dad. And I used to be like her too. So I understand where she's at, but
I would have, at her age, I would have been too. I was. My mom. I really, really do believe that slabs were training me to live in this household. Your dad's the easiest ESTJ I have ever met. And I've met quite a few.
He is easy nowadays, mostly. He was not that easy when I was a kid, but
no, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that being.
But it was always the case that he was fair. He didn't set expectations I couldn't meet.
Yeah, that's where my mom is a little different.
So I know that if I do pay attention throughout the whole thing and don't reveal that I'm feeling impatient, that I will, be done sooner and he'll be satisfied.
Yep.
There's not just he's not just going to turn around and come up with another new move. He doesn't move the goalposts. My dad does not move the goalposts. And that's one of the things that I kept having a problem with my ESFJ wife was she loved moving goalposts. Wait, hold on a second. I thought you wanted meow. I give you meow, and now all of a sudden you're not happy, and you want meow plus meow.
Yeah, I do know.
That would drive me fucking nuts.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. We're waiting to see about the conversation, the Zoom, because my sister's gonna be flying, so we don't know because of COVID if she's gonna be able to do that or not. But I can't wait for that conversation. I think it'll be fun.
Jalen Black's husband was an impossible ESTJ, mellowed with age, though.
Yeah, like my mom, I'm not living with her, so like it's totally different. Like we just don't live well together. Like we never really have. I don't know how to describe it, but like
she thought, yeah, she's just that woman. There's no, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to talk
it's
shit
just
about
so whatever. Exactly.
Well, my dad never beat me. My dad, it was not physical at all in his dealings with me. He didn't have to be very much because he was scary, like he was scary dad. But I was also FI polar son, so and I don't think Enneagram is decided as in the way that type is when you're born. I think that you know, I became 8 in the second slot because, well, I've hypothesized before that if you experience justice at home and injustice in the world, or vice versa, that you become an 8. That if you experience injustice both places, you become a 9. And that if you experience justice both places, you become a 1. So for me, I experienced justice at home, even though my dad was scary and he you couldn't always talk with him. At the end of the day, sort of TI would win, you know? TI would say, but you said works on my dad. But you said before works on my dad, and he doesn't like to run afoul of what he said. And that's a nice thing. And if you can convey to him that what he's doing isn't fair, which is my sort of native, natural way to respond to something, is to evaluate it on its flowness. You don't, Grass Eater, you don't think flow state is actually ESTP? Okay, well, what do you think he is? I mean, I know Taylor pretty well. What do you think he is? I mean, here's the deal. For people to develop healthily, they need to have a safe place where they know that they are loved and they can predict what's going to happen, and in a way that makes them feel safe. So this environment provided that for me in no uncertain terms. No matter how scary Dad was, or no matter how imperfect in some way my parents may have been in this way or that way or the other, there's a genuine, honest to God difference between somebody who's raised in a home where they don't have to worry about being treated unfairly or abused or not have their interests considered equally important or even more important, you know. My parents always provided those things for me. So if you get those basics, then the specifics don't really matter quite so much. Delilah is somebody who she grew up in a different kind of environment, but she had this over here as well. If they mistreated me, do I think I'd be much different? Yeah, I'm sure I'd be a lot different. I think I have no idea what that would be like if I had been mistreated as a kid, if I had not had a safe environment. Delilah's mom left when she was like 3, or no, 2. Delilah's mom left when she was 2. And then she had a new mom by the time she was 3, Candace, who remained her mom all the way until the time Delilah was 17. And the thing is, her childhood involved a lot of different environments, but a lot of people who wanted a piece of her. So, you know, my parents loved her a great deal. Melinda's parents loved her. Candace's parents loved her. Candace loved her. I loved her. Her biological mom loved her as best she could, but you know, her biological mom was basically out of her life for a few years because she was doing her own thing and just wasn't interested. So,
but she was I mean, that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of family, right?
Yeah, she's a big family.
Very different experience than me. Her primary home was with me, and for a while, it was with just me because Candace didn't move in until we got married, which was like 7 years into the relationship. She nevertheless was around a lot, and Delilah would go over and sleep at her house sometimes, and so she had a lot of people caring a lot about her, and yet she also didn't have the same kind of constancy or predictability that I had. So a very different childhood, but still a childhood in which there's not any shred of attachment disorder in her. In other words, she never at any point was prevented from learning basic trust by abuse. So she's healthy. She's not innate because I think she experienced. Well, see, I don't know. She experienced injustice in middle school, that's for sure. She did experience some injustice in school, throughout school. She got bullied some, and even in late elementary school, and she got bullied quite a bit in middle school. But it was.
Didn't you say that she's a 7 to 9? I mean 8.
I don't know. She might have 8 somewhere, and third in the tri-type is possible. She might be a 1. I've typically thought she was probably a 1 because
7 to 1.
Yeah, no, I don't 2. I think she might be a 2 first, even 2 7 1.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm only going by what she said, and the last time that she was like here and we tested her.
I don't remember.
But that could be. She's very much like if the 7's either, I mean the 2 is either 1 or 2nd, because when I was like, oh, I love your mascara, she's like, oh, here, this is the brand. Like she really does like helping people.
Yeah, she's much more helpful than me. She's much more cooperative in general about like, hey, can you come to this thing? Than I would have been at her age. I'm definitely 4, not 2 or 3. I mean, everything about me screams 4.
But 4 last though. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely 4 last because, and I think the reason for that, it has to do with FE goals. Having FE third means I only prioritize. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, individualism in some sense is a form of FE as well, saying like, well, I don't ascribe to those rules. Is a way of establishing your distinction as an individual and so forth. Oh, the question for the last group. Test questions for shame and fear, but now, okay, so the last group is anger. So it's just how do you respond to conflict? Somebody rolling up on you, so to speak, or pushing on your boundaries in some way. And if you respond by butting back, then it's 8. If you respond by, oh, I'm sorry, did I offend? Then it's 9. Mm-hmm. If you respond by, wait, hold on, no? Okay, I'm not going to deal with you because you're angry or something, then that would be 1.
Do you still think that I'm a 7 4 8?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think when you're pushed to the 3rd level. See, I like to think of Enneagram as being like, how do you first deal with shit? My first thing to do is to play. How do I second deal with shit? If you interfere with my play, then I get mad.
Oh, yeah.
If you interfere with my play, then I get mad. That's 8. And then how do I third deal with shit? If getting mad doesn't work, then I withdraw. I say, screw you guys, I'm going home. It's just, each of these is it's confront, withdraw, or avoid. And Cedric Beachy says, how do you pay so much attention to highly specific traits of individual people? It seems it would be exhausting and boring. I don't think I'm paying attention to highly specific traits of individual people. When I'm typing somebody, if that's what you're asking, like, do you think typing session would be boring or exhausting? I'm Hello. Hi. Did we? Look on the calendar. Oh, you're right. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Bye bye. I forgot I have to work. Sorry, everybody. Bye.